Want a sword? Get a mentor. Hey, it's Nina Carmichael, and we make these videos because you're probably the most ambitious person in your circle. But you know you're capable of more, and you need a push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, my husband Evan Carmichael, the easiest way to learn and become anything you want in life. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Build your confidence.
Whoever is more confident wins. When you're hanging around somebody, whoever has more confidence is going to be the person who influences and persuades the other person. And this is for all areas of your life. If you're hanging around people who are confident that you will not be successful and you're lacking confidence in your success, guess what? Their confidence in how unsuccessful you're going to be will breed into you and you'll feel like you can't do it. On the flip side, if you're hanging around people who believe in you, who make you feel amazing, guess what? Their confidence in you, their belief in you will help you believe more in yourself. This applies to health and fitness. If you're hanging around people who are always working out, who are eating healthy, who are taking care of their body, they're more confident in their health than you are in your lack of health, and you're going to become healthier. You're going to start to eat better. You're going to start to work out more just by osmosis, just by you being around them, just through proximity. That's it, period. You will become that. You will become like the people who you spend the most time with. So when Ed Milet invited me to his home, he's got a beautiful home just outside of San Diego, and he invited me over. I spent the evening there, and if I spent more one-on-one time with Ed, I left that night feeling amazing, bold, confident, ready to take on my big goals, the big dreams, like let's go. He's got a beautiful environment, he's got a beautiful family, beautiful house, just motivating as ever. And that evening I spent with him made me feel like I could do anything. If I spent more time with Ed, then I'm sure I would be even more successful. I'd have a bigger impact, I'd be reaching more people, I'd be making more money, I'd be way more successful than I am already right now if I spent more time with Ed. We talked a lot about Ed's YouTube, and I'm sure if Ed spent more time with me, his YouTube channel would be blowing up even more than it already is. Because I'm more confident in YouTube than he is, and he's more confident in the things that he's great at than I am. And so by us spending more time together, we will both get better at the things that we're less confident in. When I went to an event in just outside of Los Angeles, I met Charlie, who runs Cruising on Command. Another awesome YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And Charlie was working out every day, going for runs every day. Whenever we met and had dinner, he was always eating super clean, always eating fish and salad with no dressing, like really looking after himself. And for me, at that time, anytime that I traveled, I kind of used that as my out, as my excuse to say, okay, it doesn't matter if I'm as healthy as I am when I get back. I'll have these 4 days away and then I'll be fine when I come back. So I'd be eating junk and pizza and burgers and everything else. If I spent more time with Charlie, I would be healthier. And in that micro window that we had, him just eating salmon and going for runs every day made me want to be healthier. And if we had more proximity, I'd be even healthier than I am right now, because he's more confident in his health and routines than I am. And so this is really important because a lot of this is happening in the background. You're not even noticing it. You're not even paying attention to it. If you are around successful people, you would by default become more successful. If you're around healthier people, you'll by default become healthier. It just will happen without you even thinking about it. You'll be pulled there automatically because they're more confident in that area of their life than you are. The problem is most of us have people in our lives who are not happy, not successful, not fulfilled, not purpose-driven, not healthy. They have the potential, they're good people, they're just not living the life that they want to live. They don't have a high degree of confidence that a life is possible. They actually have a high degree of confidence that things are not possible. And so if you are the most ambitious person in your circle that you're around, that's a problem because you're the one giving hope, giving belief, giving confidence to other people, but who's doing it for you? And it's probably not the people currently in your life, or maybe you have a few special people and if you've got those people, hold on to them real tight because you really, really, really need to have that. And so knowing that that's what happens, right? Knowing that this is the way that your life is shaped, now how can we do it with more intention? So 2 ideas that I've got for you. And if you do this, if you actually apply this to your life, things will start to change dramatically for the better for you, for the money you make, for the impact that you have, for the service that you can create, for your health, for your happiness, all of it. Step number 1 is start to really look at the people in your life. The people who you spend the most time with, the closest proximity. How much are they sucking your energy or giving you energy? How much are they inspiring you? How confident are they in your success? And trying to spend as much time as possible with the people who are giving you energy. We don't have that many people who give us energy. You probably don't have that many people that after you spend time with them, you're feeling more pumped up, more bold, more confident, more courageous, more willing to go off and seize the day, right? When you leave them, when you finish that coffee with them or get off the phone call or Zoom call with them, you leave them, are you ready to seize the day? Or do you feel tired, worn out, burnt out, stressed out because you took on all of their problems and you gave them a great gift and you're trying to encourage, motivate, inspire them, but you don't feel better. You might feel better because you served, which is great, but you don't feel more energetic to go off and seize the day on a big scale. When you find those people, you have to spend more time with them. You have to find a way to spend more time. You have to. You have to be the one to reach out, to put something on the calendar, to schedule it in so that you're spending more time with the people who make you feel better about yourself. And that may not be, Ed Milet level, right? I only went to Ed's house once. I haven't been back to San Diego since, and when I do go back, hopefully he invites me over again. So I'm not calling Ed every week, but trying to find ways to spend more time with the people who lift you up, even if it's somebody who is an acquaintance, somebody who you don't know super well, but every time you're around them, you feel better. Like, try to put a regular coffee schedule in your calendar with them. Even if it feels super awkward, even if you have to say, hey, this might sound super weird, but every time we get together, every time I'm around you, I leave feeling better about myself. I leave feeling ready to go and seize the day, and I have more confidence and boldness, and there's just something about you that makes that come out in me, and I'm super grateful. I'm wondering if you just want to if you're down for a coffee once a month. And we could talk about our business, we could talk about books we're reading or videos we're watching, and just share. That may seem like it's coming out of left field, but what do you think? And then see what they say. Put that on your list to spend more time with those people. Second thing is what I call aspirational mentors. So I believe that you can learn a lot from people even if you never meet them. That you can have proximity by spending time with them through their videos, through their books, through their podcasts. I've learned a lot through my own videos, through watching Ed Milet top 10 videos. I learn a lot. I can still have Ed in my environment, even if I had never known him, even if I had never met him. You can still learn a lot from Ed by watching his YouTube channel, by reading his book, by listening to his podcast. You can learn a lot from him. You're still around him. Is it as good as being in his house in San Diego, getting the one-on-one coaching? No. But is it better than just turning on Netflix and being entertained? Absolutely. If you watched an Ed Milet video every day, you are slowly going to start to think more like Ed Milet. You are slowly going to start to see the world like Ed Milet. And apply that for anybody. Tony Robbins, somebody in health and fitness, nutrition and diet, like whatever it is that you want to get great at, put it as a part of your calendar. Schedule that time in. I like videos the best. I'm a visual learner. So for me, it would be watching the videos of somebody. It's why I have so many channels, because I want to consume the content and then share it with you, but it helps me. These are the aspirational mentors in my life. I can learn a lot from a Steve Jobs, even though I will never meet him, because of the video content that he has produced and interviews that he's been on. You can choose to inject that into your life. So step 1 are real life people who you can meet and have coffee with and learn from and connect with. But step 2 are aspirational mentors who you may meet at some point, but may never meet, but you can still learn a lot from them. You can still be inspired by them. And if, again, this happens not in these one-off big moments, it's daily. It's daily. You need to create in your calendar a daily time to be around the people who inspire you the most. I would look at Everybody who has inspired you at some point. Make a list of all of the books you've read or videos that you watch. For me, it's videos that I've watched. Make a list of them, of the people. And then put that into your daily calendar. Create a schedule of 30 videos for the next 30 days that you're gonna watch in your morning routine with intention, not while you're vacuuming. I guess people don't vacuum as that's a weird thing. You vacuum as part of your morning routine? Not while you're brushing your teeth or making your bed or doing something else, but with intention. You're gonna sit down and have your coffee or have your breakfast and watch the video with intention to learn from this person. Because you want to start to think, to act, to adopt the mindset of the Ed Milet's, of the Oprah Winfrey's, of the Elon Musk or Steve Jobs or whoever it is, again, that inspires you to be the best you. Think about the people who gave you the most energy and then be around them, even if it's just virtually through video, every single day. Those two things. It'll dramatically shift your life forward. If you stay with the people who are in your life right now, you will stay where you are right now. If you shift it to start cutting out or limiting access to the people who make you feel worse about yourself and injecting more people who make you feel better about yourself, and then supplementing that with the aspirational mentors of the people who lift you to a higher stratosphere every single day, 1 year from today, your life will be dramatically different, but only if you do it on an every single day basis. Make it happen. I'm excited to see you change.
Rule number 2, tie your self-worth to the effort.
You need to tie your self-worth to the effort, not the results. If you tie your self-worth to the results, to achieving your goals, then you'll only take on things that you think you have a high chance of winning at. You'll constantly quit on your big goals and only go after the small ones. Tie your self-worth to trying, to the effort, to doing it when it's hard. Make yourself proud with the effort that you put in, not just when you win. But if you keep getting up every day and putting in effort that you are proud of, you will win on a level that you never thought was possible. So I just came back from doing my 90-day tour, 23 cities, and one of my goals was I wanted to stay healthy on my tour. One of my vices is it's hard for me to stay healthy when I travel. And that's okay when you're only going for a day or two or a week at a time. I ate whatever I wanted and then came back and got back on my healthy journey. But 90 days on the road, that's a lot of time. I could do a lot of damage if I ate like I normally ate. And so I wanted to feel proud of my effort of being able to eat healthy. And so I think it's good to take on difficult things. How do you become proud of your effort? You do things that are difficult to you. If it's easy and you win, you don't care. That's not how you build your self-esteem. But when it's hard and you do it, that's when you start to feel good about yourself. That's when you start to build your pride. That's where you build your self-confidence. And so one of the first stops that we made along the way in Ohio was at Raising Cane's. It's this famous chicken place where they told us you have to go to Raising Cane's. You have to go there. You've got to go. You've got to try their fried chicken. It's the best in the world. Great. At the end of my event, we went, but it wasn't my cheat day yet. Eating healthy, I had to pick 6 days a week. It wasn't my cheat day yet, and so we went. And I went in and I smelled the chicken, and Nina and Danny, my camera guy, went in and they bought it. And I said, Nina, can I have your chicken? I just want to hold it and I want to smell it. And so my mouth is running right now just thinking about it. I took her chicken. Instead of staying home and like you guys go out and eat, no, I want to come. I don't want to take the easy path. I want the difficult way. I want to be proud of my effort. So I took the chicken that she had and I brought it up to my nose and I took a big smell in. It was so good. My mouth was watering so much. And then they had this special sauce, this dipping sauce that I took and I brought it up again. Smelled it. I can smell it right now. And then I give it back to her. Not a single bite. Here you go. Enjoy your chicken. I'm proud of my effort. I'm patting myself on the back. I'm doing things that are difficult in service of my goals, in service of my ambition, but I'm proud of where I am right now, what I'm doing right now, and the small wins along the way. I'm proud of my effort. Now that may seem a little bit crazy of how to stick to a diet, but I think teaching yourself that you can't be around bad food is actually counterproductive. You're teaching yourself that you're not strong. When people say get rid of the junk food from your house, I think you're teaching yourself that you're not strong, that you can't be around it. And then as soon as you go on vacation, as soon as you go to an office party, as soon as you get out of your house, you're screwed. Because you're teaching yourself you have no tolerance, you have no resistance, that you are weak in this area. And so I want to combat that. I want to be proud of the effort I put in and gain strength along the way. And so when my friends are on a diet, I tell them the same thing. A buddy of mine, Mark Drager, is on a diet right now, and he wants to lose an extra 10 pounds. So I told him, here's what you do. Take your favorite food. What's your favorite food? And he said, cookies. Take your favorite food, bring it to the office. I want you to be around it. Be around the cookies. Take a smell and then put it down and tell yourself that you are awesome.
I'm stronger than you. Cookies.
Because you're proud of your effort, because you're trying, because you're doing the difficult things instead of taking the easy way out and teaching yourself that you're weak. So how can you be proud of your effort and start making progress towards your goals? I'm going to give you a 3-step process on how to do it. Step number 1 is pick a goal that you're having a hard time with. Pick a goal that you're having a hard time going off and doing. Not something easy, not something that's automatic, not something that you're doing every day that you could just check the box off and say, yay, I did it. When you do the easy things, you don't feel great about yourself. It's good, it's a little tiny win, but it's the difficult things. What's one goal that you're having a hard time right now accomplishing? Step number 2, ask how can you make yourself proud? What can you do today to make progress on that goal in a way that makes you proud? And that's different for everybody. What makes me proud might be different than you, but something that you could take, an action that you can do that would make you proud of your effort. I gave the same challenge to Alex, who's also on a diet. Alex helps me run Toronto Dance Salsa, and his vice is Big Macs. So I told him, go to McDonald's, order a Big Mac, order it. He loves a Big Mac sauce. Open up the case, smell it. Just smell that extra Big Mac sauce. Ask for the extra Big Mac sauce, so they have to make it fresh for you, right? Take it, smell it, and then go outside and give it to a homeless person because he loves acts of service. You smell it, you give it to a homeless person outside, and then you pat yourself on the back. That's what would make him proud. Take your goal, the one you've been having a hard time on, stop trying to take the easy way out on it, and do something that makes you proud of your effort. That when you come out of it, that difficult thing, you're gonna say, holy cow, I'm awesome. I can't believe I was capable of that. And you get up tomorrow, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again. Step number 3 is share it and celebrate. You just did something amazing. You just did something that you are proud of. Share it and celebrate it. Whether you want to post it to an Instagram story like Mark did, whether you want to just go tell your friends, whether you want to post it on Facebook, tell your best friend, tell your parents, celebrate it yourself. Just celebrate. Put on music, dance, celebrate. You need to celebrate the things that make you feel proud, because when you celebrate it, when you tell people about it, when you keep doing it, it'll motivate you to keep on going. That momentum becomes important. That celebration, that sharing becomes important. And I don't think as entrepreneurs, we often celebrate enough about the effort. We may celebrate the results. Hey, I crossed 1 million views. Hey, I got X subscribers. Hey, I won this award. But what you should be celebrating is the effort of the work you're putting in when it's hard.
Also, if you want to have more self-confidence and self-belief, the science says it can take up to 254 days of consecutive action for you to shift that habit forward. So I've designed a special free program to help you get more self-belief for every day. For 254 days, I will send you an email to an unlisted video that, if you watch it, will shift your confidence forward. The links to join for free are in the description below.
And what you need to do is inoculate yourself against the judgment and learn to take action on your ideas, because the alternative is a life filled with regret.
Find whatever the smallest first step is, and then the smallest next step is, and continue to build those steps. And when you look back, you'll have realized that you made some pretty significant progress.
And so I think an easy way to do it is actually to start documenting the process along the way.
Rule number 3, chase the hell yes decision.
The problem with most decisions is that they're just okay. It's not hell yes versus hell no for most of your decisions. Those are the easy ones. If it's hell yes, of course you're gonna do it. If it's hell no, of course you're not gonna do it. For most people, it's the meh versus okay decisions where we get stuck. You spend too much time focused on the small decisions that don't actually move your business forward, instead of focusing on the ones that you actually get pumped for. So I look at my business, I look at my YouTube channel. My goal right now is I want to get 10 million subscribers on my main YouTube channel. I'm excited, I'm pumped, let's go do it. I'm chasing it down, and I've got a list of ideas, a giant list of ideas. And as people watch my videos and I talk to my friends about it, they give me more ideas. And the list just keeps building. Is this something that, you can resonate with. That list of ideas just keeps growing and growing and growing. I keep it in Evernote. I don't know where you write down your ideas. The problem is most of those ideas, they could be fantastic strategic ideas. That just makes total logical sense to do those things. But I look at them and they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, meh, it's okay. Yeah, that's good. We should do that. Yeah. If you're not emotionally attached to it, you won't have massive success doing it. It has to be a hell yes. And so when my tour came along, the idea of doing a 23 city, 90-day tour, I don't have time for it. Logically, it makes no sense. I don't have time to do this. It's crazy. Look at this giant list of ideas I have to do. Hell yes, I want to do that. And off we go. 23 cities, 90 days. I just got back. Hey, back in my entrepreneur land setting here. For those of you who are OG for my channel, you have to chase the hell yes decisions and stop getting stuck in the meh and okay land. So I'm going to give you a 3-step process to do it. Step number 1, commit to using hell yes as your filter. That you want to stop taking on the meh and the okay and the yeah, sure, and like, yeah, we should do that. But if I don't love it, if it's not a hell yes, if it doesn't get you excited, you don't want to do it. If the person you're hiring on doesn't get you excited, no. If that idea that you want to go chase down doesn't get you excited, no. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. It's not a hell yes or a hell no. The enemy of hell yes is the meh and okay. Hell yes becomes your filter for all of your important decisions from now on going forward. Step number 2 is audit your current schedule. Now take a look at your calendar. Your success is a series of habits, right? Success isn't just reaching some financial goal. Success is what you consistently do. It's your habits. So show me your habits. Go look at your calendar, pull it up, see what's happening for the next week, and see how many of these things that you're doing, your habits, are hell yes habits. For me, making YouTube videos, hell yes. I'm pumped to make YouTube videos. For me, mentoring my team, hell yes. I'm pumped to go mentor my team. Look at your calendar. How many of the activities are hell yes activities for you? And which ones are just meh and okay? And how can you swap out as many of those and replace them with hell yes actions? And step number 3 is score your list of ideas. Look at your list of ideas. You have this list of ideas that you want to do, these genius ideas that are all waiting for someone to get started on. Which ones actually get you pumped up? Which one is a hell yes kind of idea? And often it's the one that makes the least sense. Practically, it makes the least sense. That's why it's still on that list instead of you actually going off and doing it. Because if it was a hell yes emotionally and it made sense practically, you'd be doing it right now. The problem is it's hell yes emotionally, but it makes no practical sense yet. And so the path through is to take that first 2% just to go off and start doing it. Take one of those ideas that practically doesn't make a lot of sense, but is a hell yes, I can't wait to get started on it, and do something on that idea sometime this week.
Rule number 4, stop using weak language.
You have the power to control your world, how you think, how you act, your mindset with the words that you speak. When you use weak language, you signal to yourself that you are weak. You signal to yourself that your goals aren't important. You signal to yourself that you are not worth it. You lose respect for yourself, and the people around you don't respect you either. We need to stop using weak language and pay attention to the words that you're speaking to others and to yourself. Now, this is not an easy task because most of the words that you're using, the way that you talk to others and to yourself, you're on autopilot, you're on cruise control. It just happens. You've been doing this for years or decades. And so switching it is not going to happen overnight. But if you pay attention to the next 3 things that I'm going to share with you, it can have a dramatic impact on your self-confidence, on the goals that you have for yourself, and on the outcomes you create for yourself in the world. Let's do it. Number 1, I can't, I'm not, I don't. What you say after those 3 things shapes your identity. It speaks to how you think and speak about yourself. So I can't be an entrepreneur. I can't be a leader. I can't be a YouTuber. I can't. Especially this one. When you say I can't, pay very, 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 very close attention to what follows and try to shift it from I can't to either I choose not to or I can't yet. I'm not a good salesperson. I'm not funny. I'm not the kind of person who follows through. Again, pay close attention and try to shift it to not yet. I don't program. I don't know how to make money. I don't think like that. Switch I don't to I don't yet. I can't, I'm not, I don't. Those statements are final. Those statements don't allow for growth. Those statements are how you feel about yourself and don't allow for the stretch. They don't allow you to get better. And so either eliminate them from your vocabulary or change them to yet. Number 2 is catch your cruise control. The way that you have been speaking about yourself, the way that you have been talking to yourself has been happening using the same words for years, maybe even decades. It's so automatic for you. You are on cruise control. You are on autopilot. You think small and talk negatively about yourself without even thinking about it. You need to catch your cruise control. And listen, don't be too hard on yourself. This is so ingrained. These patterns have been around for so long. You are just auto defaulting to cruise control that most of these times you will not even catch it. You will not catch 99% of these moments, of these words, of these languages that you're using for yourself. But if you have the awareness, if you have the intention, if you have the desire, every now and then you will catch it. Another quick hack is to enlist a friend, enlist the people around you, your wife, your husband, your team, your kids especially. My son Hayden loves calling me out on things. Enlist their help. Tell them, this is where I want to play a bigger game. This is where I'm frustrated with myself. This is where I keep talking badly about myself and putting myself down. These are the words, the language that I need to change. And every time you hear me talking this way, I need you to bring it to my awareness and let me know, because I want to catch my cruise control. For me personally, it's around complaining. Anytime I complain, I want my wife, I want my team, I want my son, I want the people around me to say, Evan, you are complaining. Right there, that was a complaint. Eat it, right? I'm happy for them to hug me with it, to yell at me with it. I just want them to let me know. Now, when I told everybody, they said, listen, you barely complain. You're like the least complaining person that we know. Awesome, thank you, I'm humbled, but I still complain. And I probably complain a lot, and a lot of the times I'm missing it. And so please, 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 even if you think I'm great at it, if you catch me complaining, I want you to call me out on it. So enlisting your friends can be really helpful because you will likely not catch most of them yourself, but it's imperative that you start working on catching your cruise control. Step number 3 is manual override. You have caught your cruise control. You have found the autopilot. It's about to happen again. This negative talk that you're about to speak out into the world about yourself or your ideas, you putting yourself down, is about to come out again or has just come out. What do you do about it? Because this is really important. If you catch yourself playing small or talking negatively about yourself, if you catch it and you don't do anything, it actually makes it worse. It's better that you don't even catch it at all. If you catch it and you recognize I am playing small right now, and you ignore it and you don't change your behavior, you are building that identity for yourself that you are somebody who is playing small. You are consciously building that identity for yourself, and you need to stop it. It makes it worse. Where when you do catch it, when you find yourself falling into those patterns, those behaviors that you don't want anymore, whether you find it yourself or somebody's calling you out on it, what do? You need to kick your manual override into action and take the action that you want, because that starts building the positive habit. That starts building the positive respect. This is how you build respect for yourself. This is how you start building the muscle. This isn't just a zero-sum game. This isn't just we go back to neutral. When you catch it, you either go sliding down or you go propelling up. The choice is yours. When you catch yourself playing small, when you catch yourself coming off of cruise control, you have to do the thing that builds the self-respect up and speak positively about yourself and do the thing that you are scared to do.
Rule number 5, the last one before our very special bonus clips, build momentum.
With YouTube, I feel like this is my moment. I feel like I know what I'm doing. I feel like I have my window, however long it's gonna last. It could be 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. I gotta push as hard as I can. I feel like we're really hitting it. I think it's a great combination of everything that I love doing, my skill sets, my interests, my passion right now, to provide value to myself and to you guys. And so it's why I'm pushing hard. I'm making 3 videos a day. I go to my website. I had a shift where I said, you know what? I want to solve the world's biggest problem, untapped human potential. What does that look like? I don't know. When I first launched it, I had no idea. I deleted my entire website, threw up one picture, and that was my homepage. If you go right now, you'll see it's still a bunch of pictures. I had a little bit more meat to the bones, but I still don't know where it's going. I don't have all the answers around it. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I figure it out by doing, by testing, by having conversations. And so from a SEO perspective, my website sucks. But I wasn't interested in the direction I was going anymore. I switched. And so I had to find a way to get started. And so I did it myself. My website has now what I call the circle of potential, and all of those points you can click on it and dive a little bit deeper. Somebody made a comment when he clicked on the first version of my self-awareness button. He said, well, it's only promoting your stuff. It should have a wider range. You're right. I don't have the answer yet. I'm figuring it out. And so I don't let the fear of making mistakes prevent me from doing anything. Because if I waited until I had the whole thing figured out, what the perfect website would look like, I'd never launch it. And having a website that's not complete and building some momentum with it drives me to want to do more on it, drives me to want to figure out more details on it. And so some pages are more worked out than others, but all of them need a lot more work. And it just came from that initial idea, that initial thesis, that as soon as you have an idea for something, you find immediate ways to take action on it because the momentum is so important. The biggest risk of all is not taking any risk at all.
People are afraid of selling. You're afraid you're going to get rejected. You're afraid you're going to be seen as a greedy, slimy, selfish salesperson. The reality, though, is you offer a fantastic product or service. You can help people. And if you can't sell to them, they may never get the help that they so desperately need. You can do sales in an ethical way that are true to your core values. You must. Your business and your customers depend on it. So I used to have a big aversion to selling. I used to think, you have to have a big ego to do it. I didn't want to rip people off. I didn't want people to think that I was trying to, squeeze them out of money. I didn't want to get rejected. All of the typical fears that I think people have when they get into sales. And I still don't use sales as my primary tactic to go out and get business. But when you see an opportunity to help somebody, you have to give them your best effort to help them. And I had to get more into sales because I saw entrepreneurs who were struggling, who were not getting the help that they needed, and I knew I can help them, but I wasn't really passionate about selling what I was selling. I was constantly worried and living in fear. And when you live in fear, you don't make smart decisions. And I got more into it because I saw people who were failing, who should have used my help, who I could have helped, and I didn't step up, and then they failed, and they went out of business, and they made bad mistakes. I own that. That's my responsibility. That was my fault. I could have helped, and I didn't. I should have sold myself harder, and I didn't. And I let everybody down. I let them down. I let myself down. And in a broader sense, I let my family down, my community down. I have a responsibility to grow this business and to help more people. And that involves me selling myself. So fast forward to today, I had two guys on my morning show who wanted to be thought leaders. They wanted to have books. They wanted to be speakers. They wanted to be at the front of the room. They wanted to build their social media accounts and profiles. They wanted to be seen, recognized as experts in their industries, thought leaders. I do a workshop twice a year in Toronto for 3 days, helping people make money as thought leaders. And I break down my exact strategies, how I grow on YouTube, how I grow on Instagram, what your content strategy should be, how to make videos, how to come up with ideas, how to create content, how to win, how to get speaking gigs, how to get a book deal, all of it. Be me, be the Evan Carmichael of your industry. I break down how to do it, but not just a breakdown. Not just, hey, let's sit in the room and learn from my ideas. We're gonna work with you to do it. I take 15 people twice a year and I work through exactly how to do it. And then you're taking your phone out and you're making content. You're making videos, and I'm gonna be sitting there talking to you and helping you do it. Then you get in front of the camera and you have to make a video. And I'm gonna be behind the camera with my team telling you, nope, again, do it again. Say it like this. Nope, not quite. Nope, keep going. A lot of personalized one-on-one mentorship. If you want to be a thought leader, it's among the best training in the world. You need to do it. If you have the budget, you can make the time free, you should come out and do it. And so I'm talking to these two people who want to be thought leaders, and I have the knowledge and I have the training to help them. I think that 3-day event should be something that they at least are aware of. And so with one of them, I walk through the entire process of what I cover in the event, and I'm trying to do it in a way that brings them value, obviously. And then the other one, I quickly mentioned it and then followed up in a DM on Instagram to say, hey, here's the event. I think it'd be good for you. Maybe they come, maybe they don't come. Maybe some of them feel like they're being sold to. I don't think so, because it was when it's genuine, when they can feel your passion and love and energy and care and desire to help them, that's what breaks through. If you don't actually care about the end consumer, if you see somebody coming to, oh, that person's my next car, that person's my next suit, that person's my next XYZ, right? My next watch. If that's the mindset and attitude, then they won't feel the care. They're going to feel like they're being sold to and being ripped off. But when you have the energy, compassion, heart to help, and you know that this is the thing that they should do, I think it's your responsibility to go off and tell them about it. When you believe in what you're selling and when you believe that it's actually the right thing for that person, it's your responsibility to sell it. So I'm going to give you a 3-step process that will help you be a better salesperson and bring in more sales to your business. Step number 1, put yourself in their shoes. The best salespeople are listeners. So you listen. What do they need? What do they want? What are they looking for? You're listening. You try to imagine as you as them. You are them. You want to jump into their body. You are them. You're putting yourself in their shoes and getting a deep understanding for what their problems are right now. Number 2, let them feel your understanding and your passion. Because you put yourself in their shoes, now they feel like you understand them. Like this person understands me. Evan understands me. He knows exactly what I'm going through. That's what you want them to feel. This person knows exactly, you know exactly what your customer is going through, and they feel it. Because when they feel like you understand them and their problem, they're way more willing to listen to you. Otherwise, they feel like they're being sold to. So 1, you understand them. And then 2, you are passionate about helping them solve the problem. You are passionate. You firmly believe in the thing. Don't recommend something that you don't believe in. You're passionate about this thing that you're selling that can get them a real result, that is going to make them money or take a problem away from them. You have to believe in what you're selling. And then step number 3, when you're 85% sure, tell them what to do. I have a theory that when you're 85% sure, you're 100% sure. When you are 85% certain about something, you have to jump to 100. There's no way ever to be 100% certain. It's not possible. It's only for things looking backwards, right? I got this coffee from Tim Hortons today, and it's a dark roast, and I know what a dark roast black coffee tastes like, but maybe today it's burnt. I don't know what exactly it's going to taste like today until I've already tried it. You can only know with 100% certainty looking backwards, not forwards. And so you need to get to a point where you feel 100% certain about something. And so for me, when I'm 85% certain, I'm 100. I act like I'm 100 because I become 100. Here's why. And this isn't just for selling to clients. It's relationships, it's partners, it's mentoring, it's suppliers, it's investing, it's everything. If you're trying to help somebody down a path, you know something, you have an expertise, you're trying to help them down that path. They're uncertain about it. They're looking for a solution. They're in pain mode. They may not even think there's a solution, but you know you have one. If you have a little bit of doubt, because there's always some doubt, right? You're never 100% certain looking forward. If you have a little bit of doubt and they are full of doubt, they're going to hang on to the doubt. That little bit of doubt that you have is going to be the reason why not to listen to you. Even though you're 85% plus certain, that 15% chance that you're going to be wrong means they don't do anything. And so when you are 85% certain, you have to go to 100. You tell them what to do. You say, this is the best thing for you. I believe it will work for you. I believe it will solve your problems. When you're 85% sure, you're 100. Because you made it this far in a video, I want to celebrate you. Most people start and don't finish. Most people never actually follow through. Most people say they want something, but they don't ever do the work to actually get it. But you are different. You are special. Believe Nation, you made it here all the way to the end, and I love you. So as a special celebration, if you put a hashtag believe down in the comments below on this video, I will showcase you and celebrate you somewhere on the screen in a future video because you are awesome.
If you want to learn what would you do if you had to start over from zero, check out the video next to me. I think you're gonna enjoy. Continue to believe. I will see you there.
What you're about to watch is part of an online training that I do twice a month inside my Movement Makers program, where I coach entrepreneurs like you how to build an online movement, how to make money from it,